And welcome to Broken Heart Music. This is going to be my first tutorial video, and we're going to start with a sort of newish song. It's a little over a year old, but it's kind of really catching on. I don't think there's really any show you hows or tutorials on YouTube yet for this song. It's not that hard, but it would be a little difficult for if you are a beginner. I wouldn't necessarily suggest it, because now the chords are just simple chords. They're all modified and power chords that are very strange and unlike, really, they're like suspended sus chords. Wow, okay. The song is going to be The Art of Anesthesia by SayWeCanFly. I know there's a lot of covers out there and a lot of tabs for it, but none of them are exactly correct. And this, I'm not saying it's more correct than they are. It's just what I believe to be right. If you don't think so, that's cool. If you have any ideas or what else you might want to add to this, please comment below. But what I've taken from this song is I watched all the covers and looked at all the tabs online, and I stuck it together, and then I listened to it by ear and learned it that way. And I realized he played it two different ways. There's some ways that he will play it live, like on one of his videos that he posted on YouTube, just him doing it. It was more of a plucking pattern. We're not going to learn that version, because that's just him solo. When he's more in the studio version and how the song is heard, like on Spotify or music, like on your phone, this is how we're going to learn it. That's how I'm going to show you how to play it, the more studio version and radio edition. And it's really simple. There's a bridge in the part where there's no specific pattern that I'm not going to teach you, because it's very difficult and the bridge is different. You can look up tabs for anything, and if you want to see this part, just comment below and I'll show you how. So let's get started. All you need to know about this song is it's in standard tuning, first of all, and a capo on the second fret. Just standard tuning, second fret on the capo. This is going to be pretty simple. Alright, many of you have heard this song. It's pretty simple. I'm going to run through it real quick for you. And it's just the first three notes. I'll run through that. So, it's just that simple. That's how it's going to be for predominantly the whole song, with a few different licks in between. Alright, so we're going to start out with the intro. You repeat twice. So, once and then do it again. So, just actually repeat once. But, so the first note is like an E sus sharp 7. You're going to have your index finger on the second fret from the capo on the A string. Your middle finger on the G string on the second fret from the capo. And your ring finger on the third fret on the B string. And it's going to sound like that. That's simple. Now the main difference of the song is you're going to hear in this string. So it's going to kind of go from second to fourth to mute. That's how the whole song's going to go. And it's going to have a sound from that string. You're going to hear some ringing from this, but muffle if you wish, or leave it, let it ring. You will learn how to do with it as you listen and play along with the song. Okay, now this first note, it's going to start like this, but as he breaks into the intro, he's going to break in, he's going to do it several times with a mute. So he's going to, if you're just starting out, it's going to be kind of hard to break into a mute to this chord that you just now happen to learn. So I would suggest just taking out the mutes and adding them in as you get better at the notes. So I'll just tell you when to put the mutes in, but you don't have to do them for sake. Okay, so we're going to start this. That's going to be strumming. So, you're going to lift your finger. Lift your index at that last two. So, 1, take, 2, take, 3. 1, take, 2, take, 3. like that, okay? And then the second note, you're going to have to reach a little bit with your pinky. You're going to take your index finger. Since it's already off, you're going to put your pinky on that 4th fret right there. So, the same exact strumming, except you're going to leave your finger there, so just a little different. So, dun, 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 dun. One, dun, 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 dun. So, one, dun, 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 dun. That's going to be your 3rd note. So now we're going a little fast, so I'm going to start with that mute, and we're going to go to that first note, the E sus flat 7. And then, ready? And it's going to be your 3rd note. It's going to look a little bit like the shape of a G7. You're going to put you're going to lift your middle finger, and you're going to put it all the way to the low E on the 3rd fret, and you're going to take your index finger and move it down to the 2nd fret of the G string. And now you can either choose to put your thumb over, keep your pinky there, but I like to move my middle finger back a little bit to mute the A string. We don't want that to be making much sound in this one. So, should sound like that. Alright, so let's move that. You'll start back at the first chord. 1, 2, 3. Once more. Alright, now while you're going to stay on this note, and after you do the 1, da, 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 you know that downstroke, you're going to put your pinky down with an upstroke, pinky up, upstroke, ring finger up, upstroke. So, ta-ta-ta at the very end, right after that, ta-ta-ta, like that. So, because that's going to be your transition, that just ta-ta-ta is going to transition back into that first note. So, that little lick there, he does it every now and then. He definitely does it after the 2 bars in the intro. And he adds it in after the end of each stanza is basically the pattern. You can add it in whenever you like. You can do it how I'm showing, which is the pinky down, up, ring finger up, just like that. Or some people like to just put pinky down, pinky up, and then they only do it twice, and then ta-ta-ta. It'll throw a little bit up and not enough for really anybody to notice, just however you want it to be. So down, 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 down. Alright, so the exact strumming is down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, 1, 2, 3, ta-ta-ta. So we're going to do that a little slower. Just like how I did there, that's going to be the intro. You're just going to do that whole strand right there, and you're going to do it again, and then you're into the first verse. So let's do that together at a slow pace. Remember your first note. It's that E suspended 7, index A 2nd, middle G 2nd, and ring is on the 3rd fret with the B. So, ready? 1, 2, 3. That's how it's going to go. And alright, let's pick it a little bit. If you need more help at that intro part, just rewind the video. I'm sorry if I rushed through this a little too fast, but let's go through it. Alright, let's go through this about a tempo pace. So start with your first note, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3. Extra one in there, sorry about that. it just basically that continues to the first verse. You're going to keep doing that. It's going to be the same thing over and over again, except when you get to this note, your third note, you're not going to add in that little pinky lick thing. You're just going to make it last longer. So when you transition from this note, you basically do the same type of strumming just twice. So like it's one measure, you're just going to do that measure twice compared to the other notes have one. So like this note. And throughout the entire, every single line throughout the introduction, the verse, and even the chorus, it's going to be a slight crescendo up. You're going to start real quiet, and then the second stanza of every verse gets predominantly louder, so it's going to be like from a piano to halfway mezzo, forte, and then of course the chorus is going to be a lot louder than either of them. Not entirely louder than the second stanza, about the same tempo, but you don't have to worry about that unless you choose to. I guess that's why I'm telling you. Alright, so let's go through the introduction, how it is at tempo, and then we'll go into the one line of the verse. So it'll be introduction, the twice, and then just once for the first verse. So let's do this. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Like that. Alright, very simple. The verse is just like how I just showed you there. You do the same thing. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. It's gonna be like that, just very simple. Sometimes I wonder where you should believe, the people who are dead or the people who are free. Like that. You can add that little lick in there whenever you feel is actually a good timing. That's actually just completely up to you. He does it just usually at the end of each stanza, like I said before. Alright, now the verse, there's no exact time. I think he does it about 2 or 3 times for each stanza. If you don't know what stanza, it's the break between the paragraphs of the song, or the poem, rightfully speaking. So it's going to do that little lick about 3 times, the little pinky lick at the end of each one, or whenever you feel. So the second part of the verse is going to be predominantly louder. And then once he finishes that verse, you're going to do that over and over, and you get done with the first verse and you get into the chorus, and you're going to hear that mute sound again. And it's very quick and short. It surprises you most of the time when you're trying to play along because you're not focused on it, but it's just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's all it is. 1, 2. It's that simple. The chorus is the same exact 3 notes. So it's really that simple. Now the bridge, when you get into that point, I'm not going to show you the exact chords for it, but you can continue those 3 just at a different, slower strumming and quieter. So if you just continue that through there, it will be like almost the exact same sound, just not quite. If you want the bridge notes, then I can give them to you in a separate video, as I stated before. Alright, now let's do this. Since I can't play along with the music right now, we're going to do the intro, which is 2. Then we're going to do 2 for the verse. And then we're going to do 2 for the chorus. And yeah, so we're going to do 2, 2, and 2. We're going to do it probably 6 times over, and it's just going to get continuously louder, basically. Alright, so let's start with the chorus. I'm going to start with the first mute. Ready? 1, 2, 3. First verse. more help with this song, I will be pleased to comment below and help. Just feel free to rewind the video as much as you like. It's just those 3 notes throughout the entire song. Again, just start at the beginning of the video. Oh, it's very simple. It doesn't do anything outside of these 3 threats, even throughout the bridge. Those notes might be a little complicated, so just rewind the video as you need. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this one. That was, again, The Art of Anesthesia by SayWeCanFly. Very simple song if you've been playing for a while. Very simple strumming, everything. Is probably why this video went by so quick, even though it's like 16 plus minutes. So, great video. Comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or whatever you want to do down there. I will see you in another video.